All right, Ebusia for your mama kwaba eba Ghana Politics Avenue. Ahana open all the trending political stories in Ghana. Onsa ebetumi akan. And the story ready bremi Ebusia. I say and the stories political stories na koye kinufurata. Na story am di bremi die latest. Eye enche bia na Deputy Attorney General Era Dominic Seresai. Ede betudwa awo TV3 News Point say former Chief Justice Yemame Gertrude Araba Torkonoo na asimo de kodan ECOWAS efa ekwan ya yefa so yi ni free Ghana yatemua idwaso no onte ase no afei de Ghana ban edi ne mu aye kodan ECOWAS a Gertrude Torkonoo former Chief Justice afei de osa pese osesa kwa adu a de bo Ghana ban no na ehemfa na yeye sa asimwi wo de wasmako akodan ECOWAS court o se Ghana ban no wani ni Ghana ban be yi na no awie dia afei o sa se kwa adu na de bo Ghana ban no ECOWAS court no ma akonya na sa asesa kwa adu na sa asifa kwa adu foforo bo mo we na Justice Sai Deputy Attorney General edi abetudwa na odi betudwa no obi eche na adwa mi nkotie Justice Sai mra odi sa asemwe etudwa ewo TV3 New Points Saturday anopa mi nkotie mra.
Comment on some of these things because when the matter is in court, we expect the process to remain within the court and we work with that.
I see. But then, if you say you're going to work with the, when is this case next expected to be called?
So we don't have a date for the hearing of the motion to amend the original case. If we get a date, we would inform. I mean, we may let the public know if it's necessary, but we are resolute. Let me state here that every process that we've gone through in this removal, issue has followed the law strictly, and the court rulings both in Ghana and the ECOWAS are attesting to this fact that we so far we've not even one we've had about so many objections raised to this process in court, and they've all been determined in our favor, not just in Ghana but also in the ECOWAS court as well. So we don't have any fear that we follow the law and that anything will be overturned in that regard.
I see. Well, and we're live also on the Voice of London Radio in the heart of the City of London. In fact, we have Manasseh Ajorawin is going to be joining us. It's been doing quite some work on the background on this matter of Ofori-Atta. But this was the last update that the Attorney General gave at the press conference. My guests joining me right now, together with the Deputy Attorney General, who's been giving some very, very important information in the interest of the public regarding some of the issues that are at play right now. Take a listen to the Attorney General of that press conference. My guests will be joining me right now.
On December 10, 2025, my office transmitted the complete request to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for onward transmission to the competent authorities in the United States of America. That is, in this case, the Department of Justice of the United States. At this point, it is left to the American authorities, especially the judicial authorities, to make a determination on whether a sufficient basis exists for the two accused persons to be extradited to Ghana to stand trial. Basically, what I want Ghanaians to know is that this government is committed to accountability. And the government has taken the requisite steps that are legally required for the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta and Ernest Dakon Akore to be extradited to Ghana, to be brought to Ghana to face justice. As I indicated earlier, it is now left to the judicial authorities in the United States to assess the entire package that we have presented to find out whether there is sufficient basis for him to.
That's the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine there. His deputy, that is Dr. Justice Edem Sremsai, is with us in the studio. Also joining me right now is Nelson Roxon Dapiamepo, is Majority Chief Whip in this 9th Parliament, the Member of Parliament for the people of South Dai. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. He's also a private legal practitioner. Also joining us is the Honorable Andy Apiakobi, is former MP for Asante Achim North and also a private legal practitioner. In fact, the counsel for Chairman Wontumi, as you heard the Deputy Attorney General reference. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you, my brother, for inviting me.
Oh, great.
A very good morning to my people in Asante North, and of course to my clients, who has been discussed variously here.
Well, we actually didn't discuss your client that much into detail,
yeah,
but we referenced it. Yes,
the inferences were all pointing to him. So
okay.
we're taking notice of that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Also joining us is, today I want to call him Rabbi because of how he is dressed.
Sheikh.
Sheikh.
Oh my God.
It's a poor Sheikh.
Can you be sure about that?
That's a good description.
Martin has been rich for a very long time.
So, Sheikh
Kubule.
Sheikh Martin Luther Kwebu.
Yes. Today, Ad Mohammed.
Mohammed. Today, you want me to call you Mohammed?
Yeah, exactly. Both. Mohammed Suleiman and Martin Luther Kwebu.
Oh,
yes. What a country.
Thank you for joining us. What inspired this dressing today?
Oh, I've learned that our viewers are always looking for change. So, they say one thing that is constant in life is what change.
Indeed.
So, I haven't come here for some years now. I'm beginning to learn the rudiments of the game that brings something new each time.
Interesting.
So, exactly, it creates a bit of
excitement.
Exactly. So, small. At first, I used to get irritated that do I come here to talk? Do you want to listen to what I have to say or how I look? But after some
It's not part of the communication.
Exactly. Exactly. So now I'm learning the rudiments. Yes. Okay. So people of Ghana, thank you. Thank you for making this program the greatest, the best, unparalleled, uncontested, everything rolled into one. Thank you. You make this program rock. As usual,
yes.
I want to thank Togbe Afede. Yes, Togbe stood up when Akuffo was maltreating us, misgoverning us, but Togbe Afede stood up and showed how the governance was poor. Yes, the same was done by Sofa Akuffo, who we have nicknamed Yasantua, Domahini, Ose Adeyo Ajimambedu the second, and then Garmanche Kentucky Tekuchru the second, right? The list is endless. And of course, you the good people of Ghana, right? Yeah, right. Except that we just hope that in this current administration will ramp up the protests. So far, so good. But it doesn't mean that we should, start patting ourselves on the back and go to sleep. No, we have to be very vigilant. The administration needs our support, right? Mm-hmm. And then also, I want to mention the case of the 52.5 billion that the Auditor General said he will explain. Johnson Esiedu, you said you will explain where this money went. That money that left the GCB account to unknown sources. Over 4 years now, Auditor General is not able to explain. This cannot continue,
right.
Okay? And then, last but not the least, men above 40, please.
Yes.
Your prostate health, please. Keep checking. And if you haven't checked before, please, take steps. We don't want to lose you needlessly. Yeah. All right, thank you.
No, it's important. Thank you. Thank you for this. And quite we got some notice sometime within the week commending you for consistently saying this particular one. So thank you. Thank you so much, Council. And I start off from where the Deputy Attorney General ended about the latest on Ofori-Atta and the fact that based on the updates today, all things being equal, he may be brought back into Ghana earlier than expected. That's what the Deputy Attorney General has told us. This detention that we're hearing this week and how things are playing out right now. I'll start off with you, Lawyer Nelson Ross on this latest with Ofori-Atta and what the Deputy Attorney General has just told us this morning.
Yes.
Quickly.
Yes. Let me seize the opportunity to say Happy New Year to yourself.
Thank you.
My brother, DAG, Shremsai, Doc, my senior in Parliament and at the bar, the venerable, oh, no, who abandoned that path. Let me show you a new one. You know that a man sponsored his removal from Parliament. Today he's become the savior of the man. Are you aware?
Yeah, you mentioned it a bit.
Yes.
I see.
And Happy New Year to you, my. The whole nation says now that you are my most revered friend.
You saved me.
Yeah.
You saved me. Now I see the friend.
And to my constituents in Pekik, Palik, Kwebetongo. It's beautiful to be here once more.
Indeed.
The first time this year.
But this
Look.
accusation without evidence.
No.
You are the evidence.
Gentlemen, hold on.
You are the
Please.
material evidence.
Yes.
So, look, we should commend the AGs for the very quiet steps that they are taking. I think that sometimes that's what it takes. The very quiet steps that yield results. But look, today we know the address for service for Ofori-Atta. Do you know his address? You don't know his address for service. He has two addresses. One in the US and one is Minka Premo here. They've been defending this man to the extent that the minority leader and the entire minority caucus came to parliament to assure the entire nation. Recall when national security conducted some exercise, went to his home.
Yes.
They won't let us sleep in this country.
Yes.
They haven't heard some before that somebody's home could be, a person could be, searched. John Jinapo, as the Minister for Energy as he is now, then ranking for energy, his home was searched. Dr. Comrade Donko, his home was searched. Collins Dauda, were in opposition. When we raised it, they said we should keep quiet. We were not above the law.
Yes.
But suddenly, when national security operatives went to search the home of Ofori-Atta, they say, no, it was unconstitutional and all that, and that we were hounding him, we were infringing on his fundamental rights. So they brought this matter to the floor. To the extent that the minority leader assured the entire nation that at a certain point in July last year, because the matter was raised sometime March or April. Now, no, it was in February. And that Ofori-Atta will return to defend himself before the court. And we all agreed.
Yes.
And went quiet on the matter. So it was social media and bloggers who were now reckoning. There was 30 days to the deadline, 15 days to the deadline. The day the deadline came, the whole nation became aware. They couldn't produce Ofori-Atta. We saw pictures of him in the streets of some city in the States. So, for me, it's about probity and accountability. Me, tomorrow, I am willing to subject myself for my role in public office. Nobody should be above reproach when your service is reviewed. You are supposed to account for your tenure in office. Do you remember this man, Kwame Pepra? Do you remember him?
Yeah. Former Minister of Finance.
Who took over from the venerable Dr. Kwesi.
Right.
Yes. The former president, then as an attorney general, he asked him to account for his tenure as Minister of Finance for 4 years. I think he did 3.5 years because Kwesi was changed. It's been some time. I don't know whether during the second term of Jerry Rawlings or after a couple of months into his second term before Kwesi went away and then Kwame Pepra came in. But it was in 97 when he took over.
Yes.
Until 2001.
Yes.
And the deputy, Victor Salome, was the deputy to Kwesi for a long time. They were asked to account. They didn't abscond from the jurisdiction. They stayed. To the extent that, look, there's a certain write-up. I have to show it to you. I printed it and hid it somewhere. Victor Salome, it got to a stage, the man who was like his chaperone, who was bringing him to court, it got to a stage one day he vomited blood in court. But practically with oxygen masks over his nose. But he had to stay in court. I'm not the one saying it, but the person who took him to court, who accompanied him, who was taking him on in wheelchair and all that. He was in severe medical distress, but the judge demanded that I wanted to see him that day. All this we've lived through. Today, Kwame Pipra went to jail and he's come back. He's part of the NDC stock. It's part of our Council of Elders. And Ofori-Atta, you say you shouldn't account for your stewardship. No. You will account. Others accounted for it. You will account. So these tactics won't fly. But I want to assure DAG, or I want to let him know that DAG now, if you have any matter in court against Ofori-Atta, you know his service address for service. We know it. Minka Premo is defending him. They've just issued a public notice. So they've been acting for him all this while. Get the court order that they can be served through a substituted order.
That's better.
Yes.
Okay.
So he can be. You see, the intent of the court in all matters is notice. That's the essence of service. That the party must be brought into notice of a matter pending before him, against him, or in his favor. So when we say somebody should be served, you remember the day we argued with the OSP chap about criminal summons?
Yes, yes.
And he disagreed.
Yes.
I showed him the law, he won't agree. Eventually they went the route that
That's why we suspect they were delaying to give
Yes.
more
Eventually
time.
they issued a criminal summons. So issuing criminal summons without without inviting a person to a police station, taking his caution statement and his charge statement, all is possible.
Yes.
In fact, that is only one alternative.
Yes.
Right.
The prosecutorial body can actually charge you with a crime without inviting you to a police station.
Yes.
They will serve you with the criminal summons.
I see, and now we are hearing that the kind of Ofori-Atta could be brought in earlier than expected. According
Those are the tertiary steps that they've taken. But the fundamental ones were the one we were talking about. This could have been done much earlier.
Right.
Serve the man with a criminal summons. And use other means to bring that to his attention. Once he has the notice of that, you are good to go. A lot of trials have been done in absentia of accused persons. A lot. And convictions have been had in the process. So I will urge Ofori-Atta to abandon all these tactics. We've all been defense attorneys before.
I see.
We abandon these tactics. He should come home and deal with the issues. After all, prosecution doesn't mean conviction. So come and you have a phalanx of lawyers at your disposal. And Andy Akuffo is here. Once upon a time, your paths were not crossing, but now you can engage him. He's a very formidable lawyer.
Yes, after asking that he be removed.
You remember the 98?
Yeah, the 98.
He championed the 98.
That was a different agenda.
No. But they were contiguous to a purpose.
Yes.
I see.
So I am saying that you see, as part of our governance process, he should submit himself to due diligence.
I see.
And let us look into the issues.
The matters.
He may be prosecuted or he may not be prosecuted. But by all means, come. But once you stay away, it gives people the opportunity to be more convinced that then there's something, you did something untoward.
Okay.
Then you have something to hide.
Well, you're not on the Akroma. Now that we're knowing that he's been detained because he's actually been living in the United States illegally for the past 6 months.
You know, he left Ghana on the 6th of January. That was a very, in fact, when I checked, it was such a fortuitous date to depart the shores of this country.
Let me acknowledge the presence of Dr. Joshua Addo as well, is joining us. I earlier indicated
my ex-friend.
Doc, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to this panel of esteemed members.
Especially your
Happy New Year to all of you.
Returns.
I was on campus with Honorable. All of a sudden, he has left us behind. He's now
he's on secondment.
A very big man. Happy New Year to all those who are watching. there was a song that says 24 of Kurum. So I went to my Kurum
Politin bag
for Christmas with a Politin bag.
And now you are back.
And I went to spend the Christmas. When I went, it was a sad Christmas.
Okay.
It was a bad Christmas.
We'll get to that.
You always give us 2 minutes to also do that. Let me also do my small. Let me also talk small. Just 1 minute. It's good like that. Usually this time, Tumu and the whole of Sisala land is bustling. Young farmers and everybody, they've sold maize. They are buying new motorbikes, new clothing. They are building new houses, and they are marrying new wives. So because usually this time there's a lot of money in their pockets.
Like you just married.
There's always a lot of money in their pockets. But this time it is sad, sad, sad.
Okay.
Last year's maize cannot be sold because the prices are just collapsed. It used to be around 600. It has now come to 300 even. And secondly, you cannot even get buyers to buy.
The dollar, the city is not healthy against the dollar.
They think that's what you always say. Now you would think that because there's a lot of maize gloss, and you think because the price is very down, then they should what? A parallel this drop in the what? Price of what? Food. No. A ball of kenke is still 5 cedis in Tumu. It has been 5 cedis, like 5 cedis.
But if a bag of maize is 300,
a single ball of kenke is still 5 cedis in Tumu. The price has not reduced, and the size too has not increased.
When the price of a bag of maize is now half,
the farmers there are suffering. Some of them have borrowed to invest. They are looking at
verify these facts.
Some of them are looking at what? A collapse, economic collapse, because they cannot pay back. And I'm praying and hoping that the government will listen. I've always told you this. Please tell the government, tell Buffer Stock, go to Salah and help this farmers. They are suffering. Parallel boosting. Go and help them. I always say this and I say this too. They need your help.
Thank you.
Government, help them.
Right. So, and I was coming to you. The other one, the appeal to be on this. So we'll move on. We'll come to the economy matter. We'll come to the economy matter. Thank you. Now, on the appeal to be on the latest that we're getting to know on Ken Ofori-Atta, and then also his detention. The fact that he's been living in the U.S. for 6 months illegally. His lawyers detailed the fact that he was in the process of amending his status or changing his status in the United States, and that there is a petition in motion to that effect. But this morning, what the Deputy Attorney General is telling us is that for 6 months, the man has been living in the U.S. illegally. His visa was revoked in June 2025. That's what.
Well, Abuja for the Munama Samoji Brain Amuditi, yes, the Mdiga can I Ghana Politics 7. Open all the trending political stories in Ghana, Heya, na Ubinano, baby, and Heya, Nabinam. And then did go back channel, you best subscribe to channel. Now, those are notification bell on the video of Fubia, but 2 months, I bet me, I can't in them. Now, if you video, is when you want bell like in one share my Fufro and Yabi. Now, I think so video ya that bring say and Kaya and Asan to us, baby, Anna, yet Babet Time, near any more share. At the Munama Samaji bread, I'm the tea, higher Ghana Politics Avenue. Yadamu Lamas Yamam Afishapa, Afisha Sini Night in Bakram.